Hello, welcome back. So we are going to be designing this part. I thought it's an interesting one. I found it online. This part is kind of the way the view is. So we are going to be designing it the way the view is. So, and it's also metric. So make sure you start a new part file and change your I already started a new, so go into your document properties unit and change it to metric. And click OK. So if you're looking at this and you don't know what plane to start on, a good way to design this in this view is click your sketch and click sketch. Then all your planes shows up, and since we are going to be designing this cylinder first, so that means that will be on the front plane. So we'll click the front plane and we're just going to draw the diameter and add a dimension, and that is going to be 50, and click OK. So now we're going to extrude it, but another thing we need to consider is this part is not symmetrical around this cylinder, but this is symmetrical around that back part, so we have to take into account that. So the way you do that is half of 9 is 4.5, so you just add the 4.5 to 38 when you extrude this. So we are going to go into feature, extrude, direction 1, 38 plus 4.5, and direction 2. We check direction 2 and we are going to do 35 plus 4.5, and we click OK. So that way our plane, that plane is still there to make this feature when we make this feature next. That's why we did that. So once you have that, click OK. And the next thing we want to do is, again on the front plane, we want to draw another sketch. So sketch, and we go number 2. And now let's just draw a line. So we're just gonna draw the shape, so it's kind of like a triangle. And for now, don't worry about everything lining up, just draw something like this and draw another line in here coming out. Make sure your line is horizontal and make this line a construction line. Then click this line, you holding the control key and clicking these 3 lines. So just like how you choose multiple things in Microsoft by holding the control key, and you should get this symmetrical. Make sure this middle line is a construction line. That's the only way you're gonna get this symmetric. And we'll click that, make it symmetric, and we can just move this here just to connect everything. We know the distance from here, from the center point to the back side of that part is 100, so we're just gonna do 100 minus 12. So from the center point to this point will be 100 minus 12, which gave us 88. So, and the only thing we need to add to this now is, we know this line and that circle is tangent, so we're gonna add the tangent. And another thing we need to add is how tall it is. So this, the point over here, and we know the height of this is 82. So this is going to be 82. So we're gonna add a line, a dimension here. If it will let me select it, there you go, 82. So everything is fully defined. Just make sure you close your sketch. So we have a let me check this again, because this should be yeah, so we have it right. So we have a line that is tangent. So now what we want to do is feature, extrude. So now with this one, you want to extrude it by the mid plane, which is 9, and click OK. So now if I just use the evaluate 2, so just to show you everything is right, evaluate measure from this face to that face is 38, which is what the dimensions they are giving you here. And if I do the same thing, measure from this face to this face is 35, which is what they're giving you. Good. So now on the back side, we want to click this face, sketch, number 2, and I'm just going to draw a center rectangle, this, and just draw something like that. And we are going to add the dimension here is 62, and the only dimension we need is so this coming up and down. So we can just make this line and that line, and holding the control key, selecting both line and making it collinear, because that line is 82. And just to verify it, if I dimension it, you see that is also 82. So I just leave that as a reference dimension, 82. Then all we need, another thing we can do while we're still in this sketch is add our fillet. So fillet is 12. We're just going to add it over here, there, down here, and to the four corners, and click OK. And now we want to go to feature, extrude. We are extruding it back 12, so the distance is 12, and click OK. Good. So another thing we need to draw is this feature right here. So we click on this face, sketch, number 2. Again, we're just gonna do our center rectangle, because this is actually, these two parts are symmetrical to each other. And if you look at it from the top down, is 41, which is half of the 82. So which means this is symmetrical around this two. So the dimension here is 9, and the dimension going that way is 38, which is right here. 38, and half of it is 19, which is also telling you that's symmetrical. So we're gonna make that 38. So that is fully defined, and we're just gonna go feature, extrude up to next. So we extrude it up to that cylinder and click OK. Good. So the last thing we need to do is just cut our hole in. So we'll click this face. We'll click the hole wizard, and the first thing we're going to do is go into the position, select this face, and select that origin point. So once you do that, then we come down, make sure you're in NC metric, and change it to counterbore over here. And all we need to do is just change the values down here. The first one we need to add is the 18 diameter. That's the small one for the counterbore. So that's 18. The second one is the big diameter, which is 32 right here. 32. And the depth of that big diameter is 9, which is telling you right here. So I'll add 9. And that is it, and we are going to click OK. And we're just going to add the same thing on this side. So all we can do is click the hole wizard. We still have those values in there, so all you need to do is specify the position, select the face and the origin point, and click OK. And there you go, this part is done. This is a pretty simple one. I'm just going to increase my image quality, because sometimes I don't like it looking jagged. And this part is done, and it was a pretty simple one. Just one, I thought it was interesting too, because of the way this isn't symmetrical over here, but this is. Anyway, thank you, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Bye.